Hello, and thank you for joining. Yet again, I'm doing another review of one of my pages on my website, just to go over and make sure that everything's working as planned, because nothing's worse than getting to a website and seeing that the code doesn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and copy these first two. These are different sections, but we'll just clean it up a little. So this is where a different section comes off, so we'll just comment that out. And then up here's the start at the top, just so that we know these are two different sections. Excuse me. So I've already updated this, but I can show you how to do this. So this get AD user dash filter search base. This is so you can grab user accounts, or you could change it over and do computer accounts out of a specific OU. So what I do usually is I just go to the OU, right click, go to properties, go to object, and if you don't see object listed under your properties, go to view and make sure advanced features is enabled. And that way on all your AD objects you'll be able to see that. So object, and then this is the path that I want, and you can easily see the relation in my search base to where it's kind of backwards. This would be the OU equals, and then this would be DC equals, and then you also split it up at the period. So this would be DC equals, don't need a slash, and then it should be comma separated. And as I said a second ago, it's kind of, the results you get are kind of backwards for what you want to feed. So a comma, so that's what you see is, I'll even comment it out. So I got my OU is my users, OU is my users, DC is my new forest, and then DC local. So I'll even, just so I can do proof of concept, copy and paste that. So this should grab all the accounts out of that OU. Boom. And that's all the user accounts out of my users OU. And there they all are. So, and it's just pulling the name and the SAM account name. And what I refer to, and what SAM account name is, excuse me, this right, well, nope, this right here is the UPN. I believe that's the SAM account name. And believe it or not, these are very different things. So let's change the SAM account name just to make sure that we know what we're working on here. So we'll run it again. Going off on a little tangent here. So as you can see, like the SAM account name. So now then, let's do this so that I can show you one other thing. Dash properties. So going on a big tangent here. S jobs. So let's just get everything for S jobs. So as I just mentioned, as you see the SAM account name is currently S jobs. And then the user principal name is the full the full path, the email address. Let me show you an AD here. So if I go to Steve Jobs, go to account, this right here is the SAM account name that you can use in with this prefix. Then you can also log in with the user principal name where it has this is the prefix and this is the suffix, in which usually not always, this is their email address. And then also you can come over here and find the email address in this value as well. But yet again, I've worked at some companies where the email address does not go along with the format because, as you can see, this is .local, so that's not going to work for an email address. So their user principal name is, of course, going to be different than the .com. So this is .com, this is .local. So this would be for internal authentication. And like, let's say I wanted to go log into Office 365. This is possibly the account that I would need to log into my 365 account. At least that's the username. So that'd be your email address if you're logging into your Exchange Office 365. So yet again, you got your SAM account name, and this has been around forever. And then you get also your UPN, your user principal name, or these matches. Then you could actually also create, just because your domain name is this right here, you can actually add and actually make the UPN match their email or your domain, your external domain, if you want to. So, anyways, just a heads up on some of that. But as you can see, let's clear this. When I run my command, you can definitely now see the changes that I made. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, I made all the changes, so there we go. Uh, Gotta love it when you're doing a tutorial and you get a script error. There we go. No idea why that was doing that. Maybe it's because I had extra lines highlighted, I guess, but whatever. So anyways, what I was saying is there is a difference between the UPN, SAM account name, and actually the emails when you're doing external authentications with 365 and stuff. You gotta make sure your users know what account to use. Alright, so anyways, so the sjobs account is down here in the bottom. You know, sjobs, SAM account name. So get ADuser, properties, everything, format, and then this goes through, oh no, sorry, not format, that's a filter. SAM account name is like sjobs, and then it's going to go through, and this is just some formatting that you can do. Like let's say I don't want to say title, I want it to say job title. And then in AD, it's like your surname and given name and stuff. Well, I want it to say first name and last name in my report. So when I run this right here, it changes all the formatting to give me the login ID, first name, last name, description, job title, so on and so forth. Um, this is linked to an account that's actually in AD. You can't just, it's not like a text box where you can just type in Fred or Al Pacino, or it actually has to be an Active Directory object within AD. So if I want to go here, I want to go to organization, this right here, this has to be somewhere in AD. So if I want to change it, let's say I'm on Luke Skywalker, so I want to change it over to Steve Jobs. So do a little search for Steve Jobs, and then hit OK. So this right here is not like all the others where they're just text boxes you fill in. They're actually tied to another AD object, and that's why you're getting this. It's giving you the full distinguished path, or this CN path over to the Active Directory object. So this proves, I did the copy and paste from here, and let's just make sure that, I hate it when I don't show my work in the actual file and copy where nothing has been edited, nothing has been changed. So there's that, and then directly from the website, and then here's my results right here. So all that on my website's working. I'm pretty happy with that. List the group membership, and export it to a CSV. So a test file ready for this. So I need a sample list of SAM accounts, which I already have. There it is. And it's got one bad name in it, so I'm just going to delete that. Again, that was for testing. So what it's going to do is it's going to pull these two user accounts in, and for each user, it's going to go out and get all the group membership of each one of those, and then put it out to a CSV file. So let's see what happens here. Copy paste right from the website. And then this would spit out to users.csv. And this is probably going to be a lot easier to read. Oh wait, you know what? That's an old output from an old test I did, so let me get rid of that. And this should, it did the work. So what it does is it creates a CSV file for each individual user. So this user is a part of these groups, whereas FormFast users is an AD group. This is an AD group. So it's finding its group membership, and then put this over here. This might hide it, but yeah. And this one is only members of this group. So if you wanted to do a quick review of a couple of groups, or another thing that this can be useful for is, say I'm going to decommission 10 different AD accounts. Well, I want a backup of all their AD group membership. So I can run this real quick, create an individual text file or CSV file for every one of the users. That way, if I decommission the wrong account, or I get a phone call from HR saying, hey, that person didn't actually leave, then I can actually go back, recreate their account, and I already have a notepad file or CSV file with all their AD group membership, so I could actually rebuild the account more or less. So that's honestly, I think, one of the reasons why I actually built that script was for a decommissioning process. This is just going to get you some information on all the users listed in the text file. So this here is a very basic one. So it's going to get you the SAM account name, given name, surname, description, and whether they're enabled or not. Let's give it the old gung-ho try. So here's my so there's the two user accounts, and then for each user and users, display name. See, that's why I didn't spit out anything. This isn't a display name. I'm actually using the SAM account name in my text file. So there we go. So that's the only difference. I didn't have the display names, which if I actually did want to run this exactly how it was going to be done off of the website, I would have to come back to my text file, my source file, and instead of having their SAM account names, I need their display names, which I think would be like let's do I hope I spelled them right, but we'll find out. Oh, yet again, that's what you get when you copy and paste. I gotta give it the accounts file. So there we go. So now it's actually pulling it by display name. And the reason that I think I posted this is a lot of times display name, when someone's going to have their account decommissioned, that's all you get from HR or from somebody. Oh, hey, Joe Smith, he needs his account disabled. Well, you can go ahead and search for him, like and do it like this, but yet again I'd contact HR and get a middle initial or something, and yet again a lot of people and for some reason don't put a middle initial in, and so if you have 5 John Smiths, which one's actually getting terminated? So that's where email addresses or employee IDs come in handy, because usually those are unique within the company. No one has the same employee ID and no one has the same email address. So, but if they don't have email, then you have another problem. So, all right. Well, anyways, I just wanted to go over a couple of these. They're right here on my website, scriptsbyscott.com, and feel free to drop me a line and you know ask some questions or some requests for scripts. Thank you very much.